Welcome back. By now you should have an ethical business culture in place that will help you with the next part of your HR department, which is recruitment. The goal of this video is to teach you a 5-step recruitment model that will help you to employ the right people for your business that fits into your business culture. Now, when it comes to recruitment and employment, if you hire the wrong people, it is detrimental to your business and also to your business culture. And you want to avoid that against all cost. So my suggestion would be that you follow this model to the T to make sure you employ the right people in the business. Now, normally when I have to employ somebody, I go through this myself, and step 1 is to place an ad. Especially for me, I place an ad on LinkedIn, but whatever platform you want to use where you know that people's looking for a job, you can use that platform. So when I set up my ad on LinkedIn, I'm very clear with my communication. I give the people the exact expectation of what I require from them when they apply for the job and what skill set they need to bring with the job if they want to get the job. I'm also very honest and open about the remuneration of what they can expect per month, the working time, and where they need to work from. So you want to be very transparent and very clear in your message when you do your recruitment advertising, either on LinkedIn or wherever you want to do your advertising. The second step is then to take all the applicants and send them a message where you give them an instruction. So the instruction that I give to the people applying for a job with my SME is they need to write me an introduction letter and tell me more about themselves. But now I set up very specific criteria to what I expect in this introduction letter. And I also ask them a couple of questions because ultimately I want to know more about the person before I hire them, and I want to know what they stand for. I also test them by saying they need to submit this introduction letter at a specific time and date, normally 48 hours after applying. So then I test a couple of things. Number 1, can you follow instruction, yes or no? Because if you can't follow instruction with a simple introduction letter, I don't think you will follow my instruction when you work for me. The second principle I test out is whether you can stick to a deadline. If you submit the introduction letter 10-30 minutes late or an hour late, I might as well think that you're going to be late for work also, because that is the principle that I'm seeing from you. And then lastly, when it comes to the introduction letter, I want to see how much effort you did for the job. The more effort you do to get the job, the more I can see you want the job, the better the chances are that you've got a good attitude and that you're going to be an asset to the team. So that is my second step. Once I get the introduction letters back from the applicants, I review the introduction letters and I only select the top 8 to 10 candidates for an interview. I then, step 3, schedule my interviews. And I've got a very specific set of questions that I'm asking in the interview. And the idea with the interview is to throw your apple cart over. Okay, now this works like a charm, I promise you. What you want to do is you want to ask different questions than normally what's being asked in an interview. You got to remember the applicants come into the interview fully prepared because they watched 10 different videos on YouTube on how to do the perfect interview. So you're not really seeing the real person in the interview. You're actually seeing a semi-version of themselves that wants to do the perfect interview. And that's not going to get anybody anywhere. You want to see the real person. So normally what I do in the interview is I go back to the introduction letter and I ask you questions on your introduction letter, which is very personal. And the moment I do that, I throw around the chips, I throw the apple cart over, and the person's suddenly a bit uncomfortable. And that's where I want the applicant to be, because now I can see how you deal with pressure and how you deal with uncertainty. So that's my step number 3. Step number 4, after the interview is successful, let's say the 8 people come for the interview, 4 of them are actually good candidates, I give them homework to do. And this is an absolute deal breaker. If you're not serious about the job and you don't want the job, I guarantee you that you're not going to do the homework. So the homework normally is a deal breaker. I normally get 1 or 2 candidates that actually completes the homework out of the 4 that's left, and then I know I've got 2 people to choose from. And then I move to step number 5, which is the contract negotiation and the final interview. So with step number 5, I bring the candidate into the office, I let the candidate meet my team, I let them interact with the team, and then I negotiate the contract with them. But before I sign anything and before I offer the job formally to the person, I would go back to my team and ask them how they found the interaction with this person, and do they see any red flags that I might have missed. This is my 5-step system to employ the right people in my business. I would highly suggest that you get the system in place because it filters out any bad candidates that you don't want in your business that can cause serious harm when they mess up your business culture and your team unity. I will see you guys in the next video.